and welcome back to my channel Dead Programmers. Today we shall discuss about the creation of Next.js project. So let's start. I have created a separate directory inside a new volume with the name Next.js. So here I will open up my CMD. Here we will write CMD and press enter. So CMD terminal is opened. So we will be following the official documentation of Next.js. Here this is the URL of the Next.js official documentation. So first of all, how to start up a new Next.js project? You must have these system requirements before starting creating the Next.js application. So you must have Node.js version installed on your system that should be equal to 18.18 or the above versions. So this is Next.js can be supported on the system operating system Mac OS or the Windows and the Linux. So this is the command npx create next app at latest. This will install the next application on our system with the latest version available. So we have pasted this command npx create next application at latest on our CMD and we will press enter. So this might take few seconds. Okay, we have got this. Okay, to proceed we will write yes in order to proceed further. So here we have to create give the name of to our application. So it is up to us whatever the name of project or the application we want to keep. So in my case it is basically a testing application, so I will keep the by default name my app. So again it depends on us whether you would like to use TypeScript or JavaScript. So if you want to proceed with the TypeScript, you would press on the side button to proceed with the TypeScript, otherwise you can proceed with the JavaScript as well. So ESLint, do you want to ESLint ECMAScript lint? So it's up to us. Again, Tailwind CSS, yes, for the styling we will use Tailwind CSS. And would you like to your code inside the source directory? Yes. Would you like to use app router? If you want to use app router in your application, it is recommended default by the Next.js application, so we will proceed with the app router. So do you need turbo pack for the next step? Okay, we will proceed with the turbo pack. And if you like to rename or the alias your components, you can proceed with it. Okay, we will proceed with it. What alias would you like to use? We'll just click enter. So here our packages, default packages are being installed. These are the basic default dependency: React DOM and the Next.js. And we have again dev dependencies here. So it might take few seconds before we further proceed. Until this happens, I would like to repeat few things, very important things, that in order to install this application you must have Node environment installed on your system. Node can be downloaded from the official website Node.js download. So here Node.js download on the very package. So here are the versions, different versions. We are supposed to install more than above than 20.8.1. So the current version of Node.js is 23.6.0. Since this is the latest version, always try to use the second last version because it is stable and the newer version might cause some troubles. So from here we can install we can select the operating system and the architecture and then we can proceed with the Windows installer. Well, this was all about the Node.js. Node.js, after installing the Node.js, you must set the environment variables in order to use it anywhere on the system. Otherwise, you wouldn't be able to use it. It is still processing, so since the packages are little heavy, so it might take few more seconds. After installing the this is the automatic installation we are doing. We can also go for the manual installation. In the manual installation, we need to install all these packages, next React DOM separately, and in the application when this command is run, a package.json file is added to our project. Inside our project, we need to add this script. These are basically the commands that we can use later on to run our project. So, sir, we can see that the project has successfully been created with the success message. So we will go inside our my app. Please remember that after installing the next app, we have to go inside our my app in order to run our project. So here we will use cd command, current directory, into my we will move into my app. Okay, so we can see that here we have entered into my app directory. Inside this my app directory, we have a command of Next.js, that is npm run dev. Okay, so we can see that our project is currently running on the local host 3000 port. The default port given to the application of Next.js is 3000. We can uh, click on the control and this URL, and we can also manually here run the local host 3000, because the port is being used to target particular application, so it will directly access our Next.js application. Okay, so we can see that our application is next application is running. So if we move here, we can open our project in the VS Code. So we will open up the CMD here. From the CMD, we will run the command code all. This will open all the files of our current directory in the VS Code. All right, here we can see all the files listed here for the next application with the name my app, and inside our this my app we have all the folders, all the packages. So here is the node modules. Inside our node module, our packages uh, configuration is installed, and from the packages we have installed, default packages installed, we can see check those packages from the package.json. Inside our package.json, in the dependencies object, we can see that default 3 packages are installed, that I already told you, React, and these are their versions: 19.0.0, React DOM 19.0.0, and then next package, that is 15.1.4. And here there are the dev CSS, that Tailwind CSS, that we will use to style our component in the screens. So here we have read.md directory. So if we want to customize our application, we will basically move into the source. Inside our source, we have two main files: layout.js and page.js. Inside our public directory, we have svg files, default svg files of Vercel, Next, Globe. All these are default svg files or the assets. We will move into the page directory. Here we can see this is our home page. getting started by editing. Here we can see getting started by editing. Here this is, so we will basically use, uh, we will keep it as it is. We will just change few things in order to customize our changes. Alright, instead of we are customizing this already created page, instead of getting started by editing, we will use hello world, and we will see this change on our web page. We will save this, and we can see that the changes are rendered here. So since server makes server side branding, so we don't need to update or the reload our page. By default these changes are rendered here, so we can do whatever we want inside our application as per our demands. Definitely remove this this all code and add our add code based on our requirements. So thank